Hey guys, so for quite a while now I've wanted to do this series on my channel called Girl Talk, or if you guys have like a better name for it that could be more like with my channel name, that would be amazing. I just thought I'd call it Girl Talk for now, but just as it says, obviously like chatting about things that us girls, or if you're a guy, that's fair enough, you can listen as well, you know, the sort of things that we chat about and that we have problems with sometimes and we're thinking about, and things that people are always thinking about but no one, you know, talks about much, and so I kind of want this to be like, if you guys leave down below what you want me to talk about in these girl talks as well, then I'll do them. I thought that I would start off with bad relationships, confidence, self-confidence, and we might go into boys a little bit, but I don't know if we'll have time in this video. I think something that's really important these days, because it's not spoken about a lot, is bad relationships and how to know if you're in a bad relationship. And I've got a video on my vlog channel about kind of getting out of a abusive or bad relationship before, and I'll link that video down below because it goes a bit more into depth. But today I just want to talk about how to identify if you're in a bad relationship, you know, one that could be harmful to you, to your self-confidence, so they're kind of tying together. And just like harmful for you in general. It doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. Sometimes bad friendships can really erode you and can be really bad for yourself and for your soul, really. And a lot of the time it's very difficult to have strong and good self-confidence if someone so close to you is really bringing that down, you know, like pulling your self-confidence from you. So I think a main thing is to kind of, sometimes you have to just get rid of that person that's giving you bad energy, that's really close to you. And sometimes we don't even realise that that's happening, and sometimes because they have the label in our life of being a boyfriend, girlfriend, or a best friend, this is more going to be about boyfriends and girlfriends, because they have that label in our head, we kind of deny that it could be them that is bringing us down, and we'll make excuses for them, and you know, like we'll pass it off, but a lot of the time it's a massive problem. And I've been in a bad relationship before, so this is, a lot of it is also from experience. It's not just me doing research and like making things up, but like these are things that I have noticed and that I had to notice in the end. If I go through a few points and you like, you're relating to a lot of the points and you kind of didn't realise it before, it might be a sign that the relationship isn't as good for you as you think. So one of the main things is possessiveness. If your boyfriend, I'm gonna say boyfriend just for in general. So if your boyfriend is a lot of the time kind of, he's a very like, you're mine, like everything about you is mine, and like your time is all mine, and that's not good. Like it can be kind of good in a small way of, you know, because they love you and they want to be with you, but when it's too much, it's just dangerous, because you'll get stuck into that thing of just being with them all the time. And possessiveness also ties into controlling, into them being controlling, which is my next point. If you feel like you have to confirm with your boyfriend before doing things, if you feel like you can't say certain things because of fear of them kind of being angry at that, or if you feel like you can't dress a certain way, if you feel like you can't enjoy things you like because they don't like it, if you feel like you are trapped in any way, these are all massive signs that is not a healthy relationship. If you're feeling controlled in any way, and in a good relationship, you're not always gonna like what the other person does in the relationship, you know, like, or goes out when they go out with friends or something, and it could be a bit like, oh, but you kind of let it go because it's what they enjoy. So if he or she is stopping you or making you feel emotional blackmail for doing anything that you enjoy, or like spending time with people that you like and they don't like it, that's a huge signal. And especially if there seems to be no reason for that, you know, like they just don't like it and that's it, so you can't do it. Like, no. If they're speaking down a lot to you, if they're demeaning you a lot, if they're comparing you to other people and with you as the, you know, the lower person, or the less successful person, or less intelligent person, if they pick at bits of you, I think another big thing, but a small thing, is if they're picky at you, you know, they kind of jab here and there at things about you, things about your personality that maybe you didn't even realize, and they're just saying, oh, I don't like that, I don't like that about you. Like, that's not healthy either at all. Like, we can all have a bit of a joke, laugh and a joke about things, but if it's constantly picking, it's going to erode you down, and you're going to lose a lot of self-confidence in areas that you didn't even realize that you would lose it. Also, if you see yourself doing this to your partner, like, be aware. Sometimes we don't even realise that we're doing it, so yeah, this could be on either side actually. Another pointer is if you're around other people like family and friends and you notice that your partner is a lot nicer to you then, because obviously they don't want other people to think that they're ever horrible or something, but they're not ever really that nice to you when you're on your own together, that's a huge signal as well, because it's kind of like a masking of your relationship, and you might want to go along with that as well to kind of show that, to put the other people at ease that you're in like this perfect relationship, but it's not worth it. If the relationship isn't happy, then it's just totally in your interest to get out of it. The next point that I wanted to go on to is if you look at your relationship overall and you weigh up being unhappy more than being happy, that's a total massive sign that I had looked at in the past and I ignored it. I ignored it about like 5 times, no, more than that, like looking at a relationship and thinking, wait a minute, I'm unhappy all the time. I'm like crying a lot. There's arguments all the time. Oh, but sometimes it's good and we're really happy and we have jokes. No, it's not good enough. Just think about that as your life, just you and your life, and relationship aside, why would you want to be more unhappy than happy? Even if it's to do with him or her or just to do with you. If any aspect of your life is more unhappy than happy, that's just a signal. So the last one is, it seems like it would be obvious, but once the line is crossed over to verbal or physical abuse or both, we tend to want to ignore that and kind of pass it off, like, oh, that won't happen again. If that's happening in your relationship or has happened, you need to get out now. More often than not, it will happen again, and you can't tell yourself that it won't happen again, because it probably will. Trust me, the strength it takes to get out is a lot more valuable than masking it and trying to stay in that relationship just because it's easier. So sorry, I know this is getting very deep, but a lot of people need to hear this. This is very serious for like people's life to be happy. So if you're experiencing any verbal abuse or physical, that is the biggest sign, you know, of all really. And yeah, so again, I go into that in another video of mine, so I link that down below. This is just a little bit of hopefully an eye-opener to some girls. I know this is quite a serious start with girl talk. It won't all be this serious, but it's something that hopefully can help a lot of girls, and it's never talked about. Well, no, it is, but not a lot. And you know, only really in chat shows and stuff, like on telly, and because it's on telly, it doesn't seem real. That would happen, but it does happen so much. Okay, so my next topic on girl talk, girl talk. Shall I open with that? Girl talk. Confidence and self-confidence. I know a lot of people, so many people suffer with this, well, not suffer, but struggle with this. And I struggled with self-confidence myself, and I know a lot of people that kind of do YouTube and watch YouTube do, because a lot of us are more introverts as well. Like, that's why we're always on the internet and like just watching videos and making videos on our own, because I don't know, it is a bit of a confidence thing at the beginning. So my first pointer about if you're feeling low self-confidence a lot, is that you have to remember that you're not the only one. Honestly, it's something that a lot of people are working on, and it's something that is able to get better and improve. So don't always think that you'll be stuck in that zone of, you know, low self-confidence. You know, when you're out and about in the street, just remember that a lot of other people are, you know, struggling and beating themselves up about it as well when they shouldn't be. But you're not the only one, so don't let yourself kind of become stuck in a bubble thinking you're the only one. Another thing that can really help with this is look at the people around you. So it could be at school, at work, it could be in your family, it could be a close relationship that you have. Are there people there that are kind of putting you down. It could even be every now and then, it could be once a week, it could be every day, but it could be like in a family member, even though you see them once a month or something. But have they said things in the past that have really annoyed you or kind of made you feel low? Pinpoint that and recognize who it is, and you need to kind of push them away. Either push them away, or if it's something like a family member, confront it straight up, because a lot of the time people don't realize when people are malicious sometimes, and they say things to make themselves feel better, you know, like bullies, and say, look, when you said that, it really made me feel crap about myself, and I don't want you to say anything like that again, because I wouldn't say something like that to you, for example, you know, and just hit the nail on. That's what I would do, is just hit the nail on the head and just tell them how I'm feeling. And you need to have positivity around you, and people that you can have a laugh with, and people that build you up and that love you, really. And okay, another pointer is do what makes you feel better. So if that's with like self-confidence for your style, dressing and things like that, I've said this before, but wear things that you feel comfortable in. Doesn't matter if they're on trend or not, or if other people like them or not. If people in your town will make fun of you, F them. It's just like, who cares? People that make fun of you are already have low self-confidence, so if they could wear things that make them feel better, they would, but they're probably scared themselves. So wear things that make you feel better. If that's a tight dress to like show off your curves, if it's dressing androgynously, if it's like showing off your legs rather than your arms, showing off your shoulders rather than any other part of your body, because that's what makes you feel feminine and sexy, then just wear whatever makes you feel comfortable. That again can go for makeup, you know, like I used to always wear kohl in my eyes because I thought it made my eyes pop when I was younger, and just anything. Wearing a bold red lipstick, that can make you feel so confident. Honestly, try it. If you haven't tried it, wear red lipstick. It literally boosts my confidence so much when I put it on. If you're scared to wear a certain thing but you keep wearing it, you'll just get used to it after a while. So yeah. Another thing about self-confidence that I've used to find really difficult in the past is, and I still find difficult sometimes, but going to events or going into class or going into something where there's going to be quite a lot of people, especially if you're on your own. And I've rocked up to so many things on my own because I'm not the kind of person that has tons of friends around really to go with anyway, but I want to go to them. So one of the most daunting times is walking into a room of people. And so the first thing I used to do to make myself feel better, I used to watch a lot of America's Next Top Model, and I used to love Tyra Banks, and I always thought that Tyra Banks seemed really confident. So when I was going to go in and walk into a room of people, I'd think, walk into the room as you think Tyra Banks would walk into the room. Walk into the room like you're supposed to be there, and you just have this air of confidence about you, and it works. Honestly, it might not work as much like the first or second time, but if you get like kind of amp yourself up, turn that doorknob, and just have, like, even if it's fake, have this air of confidence about you, or kind of channel that persona of a figure of confidence that is your kind of figure of confidence, a person, or like your mum, or it could be anyone. And it will kind of come through you, and even if it doesn't last the whole time you're there, the hardest part a lot of the time is just walking into a room full of people. So that also can go with doing anything really. I also want to say that, say if you're walking into a room full of people who you find intimidating or something, or you feel like you shouldn't talk as much as other people, like what if they think you're stupid, or like I don't know, what you say in a conversation, you being at a place, anything like that, it's just as valid as everyone else in that room. Even if they seem more confident than you, if you have something to say about something, it's just as valid. Like, people will listen to you. Don't think that people will pass you off. You're a person, they're a person, and that's it. We're all just a person, and we're just as valid as each other. So don't think that you're lower than someone else just because that they're louder or something. And often people being loud is a mask for them not being confident. So it's really ironic. Okay, I got 2 more points. Don't apologise for being you. If you are a certain way and that's just you, and you're scared that other people are going to judge you for that, or think that you're weird for that or something, no, you don't apologise for being yourself. If you're wacky, if you're just quiet, if you laugh a lot like me, I literally giggle in every situation, and I've had a lot of people online say like, oh, stop giggling, why are you always laughing? It's just how I deal with things. Like if I'm in a situation that intimidates me, I'll just like have a laugh about it. I make jokes, I giggle. That's just me. I don't care. I'm not going to stop laughing. That's just me. So just it sounds cheesy, but just embrace that thing about, what was that? Just embrace that thing about you that makes you comfortable, and it's just you. And like no one else apologizes for how they are, even if they're the most boring person ever, but they seem to have confidence. Like they're not apologizing. So the last thing is that confidence, honesty comes over time. And I know a lot of people say that, but it's true. I'm still shy sometimes, but I used to be so shy. And just growing up, and with age, you just really stop giving a shit about what anyone thinks. You really, it just happens. I'm 25, and by now I'm just like really wacky and I don't care, and it's good. I love it. And you wear what you want as well, and like you do your makeup however you want. Who cares? Like, I think it's because you realise that you don't care as much why someone else is doing something, so why would you care what they think about you? So I hope that's helped, and I hope you liked that. And I won't go into boys in this one actually, because this video is quite long already. But yeah, let me know if you like this video and if you want me to do more and what topics you want me to cover. I want to cover soon boys, being on your own, stress, dealing with stress, and there's quite a few other ones as well. So let me know what you want me to cover, things like body image as well. Please like this video and you know, comment down below if you liked it, because I really don't know whether to keep doing this, but I think it will be helpful to a lot of girls, and it's nice to just listen to girl talk. Especially if you don't have a lot of girls to actually talk to, it's nice to just listen to YouTubers talk about girl talk, because that's what I do. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Oh, quickly, what I'm wearing is, on my lips is Max Brave lipstick, and the Whirl lip pencil underneath. My jumper is from Brandy Melville. Look, it's kind of like, I love it. It's not even cropped, it's kind of cropped. I really like this. I'm gonna go, and namaste. Bye. What was that? Honk, honk. Okay. Bye. Silver Linings Playbook. This is so good if you haven't seen it. Oh, I love Jennifer Lawrence. I'm obsessed. So yeah, usually films. Honk, honk.